Growing up and just, the way that I was, I definitely gravitated a lot more towards femininity, girls, women, all that. And I definitely would say that's like the influence, especially in my household. I grew up around a lot of women, and so I feel like I picked up a lot of feminine traits. But I think that that's just naturally how I am. I think that even if I did grow up like around more male figures, I would still be feminine how I am today. Like, I truly do believe that. This is the case for a lot of gay people. I'm not going to speak for all gay people, because I know these days, you try to like even mention like anything about femininity like in the gay community right now is just repulsing them for whatever fucking reason. I don't know what the hell. Well, we all know what the hell y'all got going on. You're fucking bootlickers, but whatever. And I would say when I was younger, when I was a kid, I was definitely like not really like, of course I gravitated towards girls and I loved girl toys a lot more, and I loved playing with girls a lot more. I always got along with them better. I still played with the boys too, and I think it's just, I mean, you're a fucking kid, nobody really cares. But a lot of other gay men will say that they always felt different from other boys. They never felt like they could play with the other boys and stuff like that. And I know this is just gonna sound hella pick me, but when I was a lot younger, it wasn't until like that middle school, junior high, I feel like that's like old as fuck to say, but junior high age or whatever, and into my teen years a little bit, where I started to feel like the, oh shit, like I'm different than everybody, kind of like that separation, not feeling like we were the same, that whole situation. When I was a kid, it was never like that. Like, I was able to play with boys just as well as I was able to play with girls. The only difference is, I was like really one of the only boys that would always like that would also play on the girl side too, or that would also play with the girls' toys or whatever. Like, I was just everywhere. That was just the kind of kid that I was. Getting into, middle school was definitely where I realized that, I guess I am a little different. I would hang out with the girls, obviously I like to do girl things like, cheerleading and stuff like that, pretending that I was cheerleading, whatever. Growing up, a lot of boys never really cared. Like, I mean, I think that I was just such like a big personality just in general. Nobody ever really like ever asked me, like, even like as a young kid, like if I was gay or anything like that. I always had boyfriends, like not boyfriends but friends that were boys. Like, it was never weird for me to interact with other men until I would say middle school. I think that in middle school, that was when I was like figuring out a lot about myself. I figured out that I was gay obviously pretty much when I was 0. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, like when I was 4 years old I was like, yeah bitch, I'm really gay. But middle school is when I really solidified it. And I'm the type of person that I'm just, I don't know, I was always very expressive. Like, I'd never really shied away from it. People in middle school would ask me if I was gay, like especially if they was trying to do it as a joke to clown people or whatever, or to clown me or whatever. I would literally be like, yeah, I am gay. And then it just kind of be like, oh, okay, so, and then they just start asking questions. I never had any closeness and ever like developed friendships with guys. And same thing in high school. Of course, there were a lot of guys that I was cool with because I was a performing arts kid and I was a fucking dork. We're all dorks, and dorks get along, gay, straight, whatever. A lot of those dorks were gay, so or at least turned out to be. After high school, going into my adulthood, I'm a lot more secure in who I am. I mean, I'm gay. It's the 21st century, so it's not even like the being gay that I think socially paralyzes me, because that's what I would say is I feel like I'm like socially paralyzed. My social anxiety, because I know who I am and I express it outwardly. I stepped into my sense of self very early, or parts of my sense of self very early on. Got a lot of shit out of the way. Like, the whole being gay thing wasn't anything that I ever worried about at any point in my childhood, except probably like those 2 months leading up to like me actually for real coming out and everybody being like, oh, you're gay, but everybody already knew. Once I do graduate high school, I mean, that part of me is already healed. I mean, that it's cool. And making friends in your adult life, especially male friends. I be seeing these little TikToks or whatever, and it'll be like a gay guy with his straight friend, and it will just be like some kind of caption that's like, oh, when you have a straight friend that treats you like this, and like, they're hugging each other and showing each other a lot of affection and this, that, and the third. And in the comments, like, oh my god, it's literally like bark. You'll see gay guys being like, oh my god, like, I just need a straight friendship like this. Like, I need a straight friend like this. Oh, I want a straight friend like this so bad. Like, I wish my straight friends would let me sit on their lap. I just want to kiss my straight friends. I'm like, you just need a nigga. And it goes back to like that whole straight validation thing, because we all know that like gay people will do anything for straight validation. The list goes on and on and on. That is basically what it is. Like, and so I'm like, do you want that, or do you want straight guys to treat you with more respect, and do you want them to treat you like a human being? Because when you're amongst a group of people and you're the only gay person, whether the girls, the girls whatever, the guys are straight, whatever, the majority kind of like straight group, and you're the only gay gay person, it is the most awkward thing ever, even with the presence of the girls. When you're a gay guy, the girls that are around are bitten, I wouldn't say your protection, but they're kind of like your cushion or whatever. Like if you need to laugh and you're in a group of people that you don't really know, and there's guys and there's, you know, girls or whatever, you're gonna, well, me personally, okay, but for anybody that can relate to this experience, you know, we're obviously gonna, you know, talk with the girls, you know, we know how to relate, you know, we know what jokes to tell. There's a difference between girls who like hang out with majority straight guys and a difference between girls who have gay friends. And when you're gay, you know this, okay? And I'm only bringing any of this up because this is my experience, okay? When it comes to guys, when it comes to straight guys, a lot of times, especially with society now, how social media and social media culture has changed, and the way that people view people in general has changed completely, because everything on social media is everywhere all at once. You're always being surveilled. Everybody has an opinion, and your opinion can be made public, and you can just post anything. Being gay is seen a lot differently than I feel like it was maybe like 10 years ago or whatever, okay? You are a fucking alien amongst these people. With these girls who never hang out with gay people or don't have many gay friends, and you find them, you know, as your comfort because they're the only girls there, and like for some reason you just can't get along with the straight people, because this is why, the straight guys, this is why. Straight guys don't want you to think that they're hitting on you, but most of all, they don't want anybody else around them to think that they're hitting on you. Girls that don't hang around gay people aren't socially aware enough, so they'll always make these jokes saying like, like, you know, X, Y, and Z likes you, Jordan. Oh my god, you know, oh my god, not him making you laugh, or oh, not him doing this or not him doing that. Then it just creates this awkward ass fucking wedge between you and possibly making a friend with another human being. That's it. Like, okay, let's like take the sexuality out. You're in these groups and you don't even feel like a fucking person. Dead ass. Because like I said, the guys won't really approach you or talk to you or really be cool with you. And I think that it's only because of, and I'm just saying, these are my experiences, okay? So I know I'm saying, oh, this is what's happening, whatever. This is for me, you know, this is just start to slowly realize that it's kind of you who has to initiate a cool interaction, or initiate, you know, an interaction to show them, hey, you know, we're cool. Like, I'm this person, you know, this is how I am, this, whatever. Like showing them that you're just not on some weird shit. It's up to you to do it. But you know how fucking exhausting it is to always have to do it. And I feel like that makes zero sense. But I hope y'all are following me, bro. And then you're left in this awkward ass position because the girls who never hang out with gay people, right, feel like if they interact with you, they know that the straight guys aren't gonna interact with you either. So there's this awkward like wedge between y'all as well, where it's kind of just like, well, you know, we still want to talk to like the real boy. You know what I mean? You're just left there like, because you know that we can barely really even interact. And sometimes I feel like it probably is my fault. I'm like, maybe I'm not outgoing enough, because this is my experience, because I'm shy as fuck. Like if I could just go in and just be cool with everybody and be able to joke with everybody, maybe. But interacting with straight guys sometimes, like if they're not automatically open to me, I think it's kind of a trigger. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, this person, or they're gonna hate me, or they probably don't like my personality. Or when you're talking with a girl and they just go completely silent, or they don't interact, or they disengage once you're talking, but everybody else from the groups or whatever, you know, they engage and everything, and there's engagement, whatever. The second you say anything, the girls don't really want to say anything or respond, or just because they know that the guys aren't gonna react. And a lot of times, I mean, you know, just girls, how some girls are, I'm sorry to say it, want to make sure that the men are like, make sure that they're good. You know what I mean? Like make sure that they're having fun, because you know they in a way sort of feel like they're the star of the show kinda, and they don't want them to leave, and they don't want them to feel uncomfortable and feel awkward and want to leave. Even in language exchange groups or whatever, when I'll have like a girl that is like really, really cool with me. Hey Jordan, oh my god. And like all the straight guys leave because they see me join, because it's just like, they're like, how the fuck do I interact with this bitch? You know what I mean? Like who the fuck is this dude? Like how do I interact with him? It's just that in real life. Oh my god. Let's go back to the whole social media culture or whatever. You see gay people online, you see people on TikTok, you see things go viral. Gay people, especially if you're a feminine gay person, I think people automatically just see you as mean and messy, period. That is how we're portrayed on the internet and in social media. So naturally, hella straight, and sometimes I can feel that energy off of girls too, where I'm like, you just think I'm a messy little bitch, don't you? Like, you know what I mean? Just by how they interact with you, and you know, you're just being normal, you know, like, am I too quiet? Am I too, like, sometimes like I said in my last video, do I have to launch myself at people to and overcompensate to somehow make them know that I'm not like this like stereotypical like bitchy messy person that y'all have seen in the internet, y'all have probably met in real life. Social media changes, the jokes change and everything, especially feminine gay guys are like, you know, there's this whole thing where everybody like hates us right now including girls, like because of both communities, y'all. So it's just automatically a lot of guys think that you're gonna have a bad attitude or think that you're gonna be stuck up or whatever, you know, especially, and don't be glammed up, like don't be glammed up. Everybody fucking thinks you're a bitch and wearing makeup. People who don't interact with gay people think that you're a bitch, like for real. You could just tell, guy or girl, whoever it is, it's just like, oh yeah, you definitely don't got no gay friends, or you definitely don't be around gay people, which I mean it's cool. I'm just saying that the energy is tangible, but bitch, like the energy of this video and what I'm basically trying to like kind of break down is the whole, oh my god, Jordan, he might like you. Oh hell no, bitch. The other guy saying that and then me just kind of standing there like, why the fuck would you say that? Like that's not even funny. Like not even to me. Like, oh haha. That shit is not funny. Like, and you know what, there are hella straight people that I've met that are just so cool. Like, so don't even like think that like, oh, every straight guy that I meet is just this horrible experience. Like honestly no, like because I'm so comfortable with myself and I can just interact with anybody, a lot of my interactions with straight guys are just normal. They're cool or whatever, you know, they see how I am, they can feel my energy or whatever. I'm just whatever. What's awkward is when you do come up and try to be, you know, cool, and then they do like that whole weird shutdown thing because they're like, okay, I can't have them seeing me interact with this gay person. Like what the fuck? Like, yeah, hi, like, you know, kind of just full dismissal. And it's not even about whether the guy, and gay people do that shit too, bitch. Don't think that gay people don't do that shit too, but that's a whole other thing, bro. I was gonna make a whole other video about that. You might say, yes, I mean, you ended up sounding like a pick-me this whole video because the whole video is about how like you want to be able to interact with straight guys. Well, yeah, I want to be able to interact every person. Like I want to be able to stand there and not feel like I'm just some fucking weirdo, you know what I mean? Like, or just stand there and like every interaction with me within the group or within whatever's going on, when every interaction just kind of feels like force and not natural. Yeah, like I want to be able to not feel that shit, bitch. Like the fuck? Because yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, it's really only guys that are insecure, you know, guys that are like secure with themselves and like are normal, you know. I'm not even talking about y'all, but I guess it's just like these experiences and these kind of like things and like under like hidden truths or whatever that I've just been like picking up on just by just everything, whatever. Girls that do hang out with gay guys, they know not to like do the weird like, oh, you want to be with him thing. A lot of girls that hang out with gay guys will force the two guys to interact. They're almost like a social cushion, like a social pillow in between the two. Like they facilitate the interaction between people because they're around different. Gay people are different than straight people, anybody else in the LGBTQ community, you know what I mean? We're all just different people. So people that hang out with different people are able to facilitate the interactions between us as human beings. Okay, so not just girls that hang out with gay guys, a person that's been to multiple countries, a person that's worked multiple jobs and has met multiple people from multiple walks of life, a person who hangs out with gay people, a person who hangs out with, you know, whatever. Like a person who doesn't, maybe somebody from, you know, a more rural area or a more like racially monogamous area, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Obviously, they're not gonna know what the fuck to do in front of anybody different than them. I mean, there are some exceptions, you know, people from like areas like that are sometimes like, yeah, get me the fuck out of here, blah, blah, blah. You get them out and they just blossom, whatever. But I'm talking about those people who are stuck in their just, thank y'all so much for watching. I'm not gonna post this, but make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I post videos, like I try to post twice a week, but you'll definitely get a video at least once a week. Usually I'll be posting on Saturdays. I know my things say videos every Wednesday, but girl,